the place would catch fire if she stepped in. Hey there guys, today we're on our way to our third grand shrine.
That's right, we're visiting Kumano Nachi Taisha, and from what we hear, this is the most spectacular shrine in all of Japan.
So right behind us are two ginormous cedar trees. They look absolutely incredible. They're 800 years old and
They call them a husband and wife cedar trees. That's quite an accomplishment.
I figured she was going to make some joke about being with me for 800 years.
That would be awful.
I would dig a hole and put her in the ground too, 800 years old.
Right. But the best part about today, I think, is how we're going to get to the Grand Shrine. Behind us are a set of stairways, or I guess it's like a stone staircase, called the Daimonzaka. And it's supposed to be one of the most beautiful walkways in Japan, if not one of the most beautiful walkways in all the world.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
So we did get some rain last night, and these steps are incredibly slick. The stones are pretty large and they're moss covered. So trying to get up here without breaking your neck, I think is a task in and of itself. But the trees, the greenery, everything, it's absolutely amazing. The trees are absolutely massive. Even for February, it's extremely green out here. Okay, that was a lot of steps.
It was a lot of steps, but we made it to the top here at Kumano Nachi Taisha. This is supposedly the head shrine that oversees basically 4,000 different Kumano shrines here in Japan.
And the waterfall itself is super impressive. It is believed that it is also a deity.
And this shrine was actually put here to basically to worship that deity or that waterfall. I think it's called Nachi Falls.
Alright guys, so we're down at the bottom of the waterfalls. We paid an extra, what was it, 300 yen a piece so we could get on the worship stage. It's a better view, and you can drink some of the spring water, which makes you supposedly live longer. Tastes like you're gonna live forever?
Forever.
So expect at least 150 years worth more of videos.
Doors on the right side will open.
Today we are in Koyasan, which is something we have been looking forward to since we planned this trip, and tonight we get to stay in a Buddhist temple.
So this place has 117 temples on the top of the mountain, and 52 of which offer accommodations where people like you and me can stay. It's pretty awesome. Just us mere mortal people. We don't have to be monks.
No.
The place would catch fire if she stepped in. I don't know. So Koyasan has been here for over 1,200 years, and I know that we said that there was 117 temples up here, and that seems like a lot, but there used to be over 1,000.
Like 1,800.
That's over 1,000.
Way over.
So lucky for you, we're going to spend the next 18 hours going to all 117 temples and talking about the history and the material that they're made of. And what time of week is... I'm just kidding.
We're totally not going to do that.
Yeah, please don't unsubscribe.
So the town here of Koyasan was actually founded by Kobo Daishi. He was a Buddhist monk, and kind of picked this, I guess he picked this location because it kind of sits between 8 different mountain peaks and resembles a lotus flower, which is a very special symbol in the Buddhist religion.
Give me the example of you talking about the lotus flower rising from the...
So lotus flowers apparently grow in like murky, muddy waters, and they are kind of compared to the ability of everyone to reach enlightenment. So the flower grows out of these murky, muddy waters, and that's, life and all these other things, these bad things that we have to rise above to flower and become enlightened. It's actually really cool.
All right, so we're visiting the head temple right now, called Kongabuji. Kongabuji used to be the name of this entire area, but and there was really no specific building with that name or like head temple. But they put together 2 existing temples and gave them that name, and it's now the administrative headquarters of Koyasan.
Kongabuji also houses the largest rock garden in all of Japan. It's said to be, or to look like 2 dragons emerging from a sea of clouds. All the granite pieces here came from an island called Shikoku, and the white sand came from Kyoto.
Do you see the dragons?
I don't see the dragons, but I'm going to look closer, and I'm hoping they're not real. So the structure behind us is the Kanpan Daido, or the Great Pagoda, and it is absolutely beautiful. The original structure was started in the early 800s and took about 70 years to build. It was destroyed many times by fire, and the current structure that stands here now was built in the 1900s.
All right, so now we're at the original gate to Koyasan. It's also known as the Great Gate or the Diamond Gate. It was rebuilt multiple times due to fire. This seems to be a common theme in Japan, mostly because things are built out of wood.
Alright guys, so like we already said, we are staying in a Buddhist temple tonight, and it's time to check out a room here at Soji Inn. So we absolutely love this place. It's probably one of the nicest places we've stayed while here in Japan. It is huge for one, and this whole temple complex is absolutely beautiful. This is probably my favorite part. It's like a little sitting area. Where you can see out into this beautiful, beautiful garden.
Alright guys, thoroughly enjoyed our time here in Koyasan, but in true Jed and Sandy fashion, I think we cut our time short.
Yeah, so we only planned a one-night stay here. You could definitely spend 2 to 3 nights and have plenty to do the entire time you're here.
Yeah, there's tons of stuff to see, and there's 52 different accommodations and temples up here to choose from, so...
The one we stayed here at Soji Inn is absolutely beautiful, very comfortable.
The prayer service this morning, there's a lot we couldn't show on video just because of the nature of the things. You actually have to see it in person because a lot of it doesn't allow photography or videography, so it's just the nature of the beast in these kind of
we try to be
things.
respectful of that. We so we're not trying to sneak cameras into places that they don't want to. I mean, because these are like how they worship and their religion.
Yeah, they're sacred places.
Yeah, and they're sacred places, and we don't want to be obtrusive to that. So.
All right, guys. Well, good news. Our adventures in Japan are going to continue. You're going to have to watch the next episode to see where we end up.
Yep, so I guess that's it for this time.
And until next time,
stay wonderful.
Call it a day.